Well. Friday night at the hour of 9 p.m. I'm not gonna say until when. Sometimes we could do half an hour. Sometimes we could do an hour and a half. It all depends. This is In the Paint, the realest talking sports. My name is R. Jones, aka Angus Black. We are here. The man that created the show, Mr. Mark A. Cunningham, arriving a little late, but that's okay. Also known in here as Max 611. Yes, I am throwing shade tonight because I am feeling salty. So therefore, you are the recipient of that shade tonight, sir. How you doing?
I'm good. I was going to invite you to a Buffalo Bills bar I found, but I'm not.
I don't know. I see somebody else here. Mark, is
That's
that you?
that's me. I don't pay that no mind.
I was like, the hell's he doing? Okay, so how are you besides being late today?
I don't know how to take that because there's a lot of shade there.
That's how I mean it. Exactly. There's a lot of shade.
I'm
That's what I'm doing.
I'm fine, sir.
Well, at least you're not the main recipient of the shade tonight, because I got to shade a certain other person that made big news this week. So, with that being said, I know you have some words as well about this gentleman here. The Boston Celtics suspend head coach Ime Udoka for the season. Look at the look of disgust on your face, bro. Hilarious. Hilarious. I know you got some stuff to get off your chest. I've been waiting for this pretty much all day. So, so with that being said, I'm gonna let you have your moment first.
Oh, where do I begin? Okay,
Word.
he's a full dummy. A full dummy. Dummy caps.
Right. I hear you. I hear you, my
I
dude.
just got a question for our people.
Oh,
People of color, why do we try to defend people who are the same color as us who do dumb stuff?
right.
Why are we trying to defend this dude? He is a full dummy. You, sir, will be the new. Possibly, we got some other people, but I want to bring back Herbert a month for in the paint because he has to. We got to bring it back. Um,
Right. I feel you.
you, sir, I like you. I liked you as a coach. I don't care that you slept with anybody and cheated on whoever. I don't care that you cheated on your
Mm,
fiance who's a well-known actress. I don't care about that.
right.
That's what men certain men do. That's what
Right.
even broke dudes do that. That's what men do in
For
general.
sure. For
They
sure.
cheat on their spouses. Women cheat too, but men cheat. Rich guys cheat.
Right.
Homie, you was at your job place and it's alleged that he smashed more than one person there. Alleged.
Alleged.
It's also alleged that she may be a Boston Celtic VP.
Jesus.
Now everybody who listens to us, we all have jobs. We all know we go through these courses, these boring ass courses where they tell
Mm-hmm.
us we can't, you can't mess around with so and so. You can't do this, you can't do that.
Right.
Homie, you slept with somebody at work. Goodbye. You're a dummy. You just blew between I think he makes $4 million to $6 million a year. You blew that for the year. You moron. You are a moron. I can't defend you on nothing. Nothing related to that.
Wow.
And like I said, he's a good coach. I was glad the brother got a shot.
Right.
But you blew that yourself, man. That's on you. Also, I have to say this. If the Celtics are going to suspend and fine him, the people he was involved with also need to also get, the same treatment.
Okay. Okay. Fair enough. Fair enough. I see we have another gentleman. Your mic is live, sir. Well, we're going to welcome in the bishop. Thank you for joining us tonight, and I hope all is well with you, brother.
All is well. All is well. Good evening. Good evening. And I do feel welcome. Mac,
Yes,
you
sir.
yeah, I'm gonna put my feet up. Yeah. Mac, you
Prop him
said
up.
the people that he was involved with.
Oh yeah.
So
Well, I said allegations. I didn't confirm whether there were people or one person, but
Hmm.
there's stories swirling around that it's more than one. So
yeah, so
Hmm.
this is a slippery slope in the sense that, from what I read, they
mhm.
were aware. They said that they were aware of this
Hmm.
dalliance, this
Mhm.
this event.
Hmm.
Events,
Yes, yes,
plurals.
yes. This situation.
Hmm.
They were they were aware of it in July, which probably means they were aware of it well before July, and
Right.
it was known by many because discretion was not used in the situation. So a lot of people knew about it, and
Hmm.
it was the it was an open secret, I should say.
Right.
So and they keep stressing the fact that it was consensual. It's like it's
Mm.
consensual until she says it's not.
Well, there's other rumors saying that
What's that, Mac?
that it she was whoever was coerced.
Hmm.
Of course, and this is one of those situations where what I call it like it's not a problem until it's a problem,
Agree.
and when it's a problem, then it's a problem. So it's all good until it's a problem, and
Hmm.
when it is
Right.
a problem, then it's a problem. So they allowed him to do whatever,
Hmm.
sling whatever. They allowed him to do that, and then as
He
soon as
said sling.
and and then as soon as somebody doesn't get what they believe or they want, or somebody gets a little bit too familiar,
Hmm.
then the story changes, the plot changes, the plot
Mm.
thickens, and then you say harassment or unwanted or whatever it is. Again, it's just like you made one bad business decision, then you compounded that bad business decision by allowing people to know what it is that you're doing. Don't get me wrong, like I'm sure there's a lot of that. There's a lot of that stuff that goes on in your job that you probably wouldn't even know about because the people use discretion. You may suspect, or
Hmm.
you don't even care. You don't even care that much.
Listen, I got a story right after you finish.
So it's not something that's strange, and you can't really you could say, okay, well, we discourage it, but you can't control what people do with with themselves or with other adults. You can't control as long as they're not doing it on the job. Now, if they're doing it on the job, then that's one thing.
Right.
But if they're doing something outside of the job, it's like you mind your business. There's nothing that you can do about it. There's nothing that you can do.
You
And why
know,
would you want to?
I,
Why would you want to? Why
I,
would you want to?
I gotta tell you, I love the bishop, man, because you are just like forever the optimist. I love that about you. Matter of fact, are you a lawyer, sir? You should be in law. You know.
I,
No.
so it's funny that you should say that. So when Mac and I were in high school, I
Hmm.
was involved in the law, politics, and community affairs program,
So was I. That's where we
Okay.
met.
which
Okay.
yeah,
Okay.
That's
and
what
then
our high school
Okay.
specialized in.
right,
Right.
and then they diversified and did like the business, this tabs program. So
Yep.
it was the
Hmm.
math came easy to me. I like money, and I was like, all right, well, let me try this.
Right.
And but I always wanted to be an attorney, and it comes in real handy when I'm with this
Right.
marriage thing and I'm trying to get out of situations or whatever. I'm always able to see the angle. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Sometimes
Right.
you gotta see what's not there, and you gotta exploit the possibilities.
Well, you certainly have that ability, sir. So,
You gotta
so
exploit the
definitely.
possibilities, and
Yeah. Yeah. I can see that.
once you exploit the possibilities, now you can change the narrative.
Right. And it's funny because anytime these type of conversations come up on in the paint and whatnot, and then we have the bishop with us or whatnot, and we have whoever it is nailed to the cross. I mean, he is nailed. Here comes the bishop. Here he comes, and he puts on this Johnny Cock Rennish like spin on it to get this guy so we can leave him alone, so to speak, or maybe see his point of view. You know, I noticed that about you.
Well, one of the things that you also have to consider is there's also blame to put on the women in this situation.
I said that.
Mhm.
There's also
Yes.
blame to put on the women in this situation, and also Nia Long. She's responsible for this too. She's partially responsible for this too.
Time out. Time out. Please explain this one. Make me understand this one. How is poor Neil Long to blame on this?
Oh no.
Oh, no.
She's front and center on this, because as you can see, as I posted or I commented earlier, the behavior that he's displaying is the behavior of someone who is sort of like wanting a commitment.
Hmm.
That's wanting a commitment, and
Okay.
they've been engaged for like 7 years, 8 years. So what I'm trying to figure out is it's not a money situation. So if you
Hmm.
wanted to be married, if you wanted a wedding, it's not like you got to save up money for a wedding. So
This is true. Okay.
what's really good here?
They both are well to do.
Right. So what's
She
really
may
good
have
here
more
that
than
you're
he
married?
does.
When you're married, like I mean, when you're engaged, like 7 years, like what's the hurdle? What's the problem?
Right.
It's,
Right.
and it's like, okay, well, then I started thinking about that. Then I started looking up some stuff, and then I started trying to understand her perspective on it. And she was saying stuff like, oh, well, when you're married, it's like you own somebody and this and that and blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, well, if he built up enough courage to put a ring on your finger, and now you talking about, oh, well, owning and this and that and yada, 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 it's like, no wonder he's traumatized. No wonder he's, subconsciously, subconsciously,
Traumatized.
subconsciously,
Wait, whoa,
yes,
hold up. How is he
there's some things.
traumatized?
There's something that's so if you propose to somebody and they don't want to marry you, that's rejection. That's trauma. You traumatized. That's rejection. That's a sort of trauma. That's a sort of
Wait,
PTO.
ladies and gentlemen, we are witnessing the reincarnation of Johnny Cochran here. Just to let you know.
The PTSD. That's relationship PTSD.
No, the stupidity. He's stupid.
Well, sometimes trauma drives you to do things that are out of your character. Sometimes trauma drives you to
Mark
do
ain't
things.
never been in nobody's HR talking about why are you messing with this woman?
Well,
That's not gonna happen with me.
that's
That's not
because
ever gonna happen.
you've never experienced that kind of trauma.
Oh no. Listen, bruh.
You've never experienced that.
I used to work at a one of the big fashion houses. It's nothing that works there but supermodels,
Right.
and I was able to contain myself.
Well, then I would ask, was it really you containing yourself? Or was it the fact that nobody was feeling you like that?
Oh no, people are feeling me. Don't do that. Don't do that.
I
Don't
just
do
asked
that.
a question. I just asked a
Don't do
question.
Oh,
Your Honor,
Don't do
Your Honor,
I'm somebody's flavor at every job, bro.
Your Honor, please instruct the witness to answer the question.
I did.
No, you answered around the question. Please
No, I
instruct.
did. No, I
Your Honor,
did.
I'd like to treat this witness as a hostile witness.
Whatever.
He's hostile. Yeah,
Oh,
nah,
Jesus.
I'm just saying, like, I've been in situations where it's like, yeah, you just know not to do it because
Okay.
that's the prototypical. Whenever black men aggression, black men penis, those two things you want to stay away from. Look, the first thing. Oh, come on. The first thing that they'll say is, "Why are you so aggressive?" Or "Why are you so?" No, this is the new term now. Why are you so combative? They will
Yep.
use that. Why are you
This is
so
true.
combative? So
This
what
is
that
true.
says is,
Very true.
aggression.
Right.
Aggression.
It's very
And
true. Very
the
true.
last thing that you want to do at your workplace is have a reference to you being a black man and your penis. Even when they're joking around and saying, "Oh yeah, well this and that," and I know black guys this, and I know this and that, and
Right.
I was like, "No," I turned into it's like, I don't know. It's like I don't know.
Right.
Is that what they say? I don't know. I have no clue. So it's like you never want to, and it's like you violated two things. You violated the two principles
Who the
of
hell
being
was
a
that?
black man on the job.
Okay, no comment. I'm gonna leave. You could get that out of there,
Some
Mac.
somebody said, "Oh, I would definitely know that answer."
I have no idea what he's talking about. I have no idea what he's talking about. That person's talking about.
No, it's funny. Me and you worked together for a
Right.
number of years, right?
For sure.
I actually one day walked in on somebody in a room, and I was like, "Oops."
Wow.
Dude was a partner. She wasn't.
Right. Wow.
Dude sees me. He's like, happens. She sees me. She don't want to look at me, speak. I'm like, yo, I'm minding my business.
Right.
I don't care. Y'all do you.
Carry on.
And then me and R joke about this. It's people at our job who, if you worked with us, Bishop, if you said hi to one of them, you gonna get into something later.
For sure. You better believe that shit.
They giving it up.
Big time.
Well, so R is one of the ones that every
Nah,
morning
son,
he's like,
no,
good morning,
no.
good morning, Miss Lady. Good morning, Miss Lady. How you doing? You looking good today. I like that outfit. This
Don't
is
put
that.
me in
Yeah,
that.
he's
Don't
one
put
of
me in
them.
that, son. Don't put me in
But
that.
He's one
but
of
no,
those.
Ime fumbled the bag. He fumbled his bag.
He did.
He might not be able to come back. They might fire him.
They are gonna fire him. They are gonna fire him.
I was joking when I said this, but Brad Stevens might be coming back to the bench.
Yeah, this is facts, man.
So he's
Brad-
gonna have both jobs. He's gonna
Right.
be the GM and the coach, because it's like now I see how to get the best out of these guys. And
Yes.
I don't think that was the intent, but it's a benefit.
It's ironic.
It's an unintended consequence of his actions is now that I may get to call the shots on personnel and also be the coach, which it doesn't work long term because as the coach, you're the guy that's basically negotiating players' pay. So
Right.
that doesn't work long term because it's like
No.
if you didn't give me the deal that I wanted or you lowballed me, guess what's going to happen? As
Right.
the
Well,
coach, you're not
worked
gonna
in
get
Miami.
the
It worked in Miami. Works in San Antonio.
Uh,
Works with the New England Patriots.
the two people that you just said. So you said Miami. Was that Pat Riley?
Yeah.
And you said San Antonio. That's Popovich.
Right.
So it's kind of like they know how to deal with players, and it's like I might not give everybody what they want, but I give you what I believe that you are. I'm fair.
Well, you know what?
I'm fair.
They don't overspend. They don't underspend. And I think he works it out so that you get money later on. Maybe not now, but deferred payments, bonuses, things of that nature, where guys get
Incentivize them.
Right.
It's like if you perform, if you do this, and this, then we'll give you that money. You'll get bonuses that basically compensate you more than enough. But if not, then you still are compensated fairly.
Right.
So, it just I'm sure we don't know the half of what really transpired to the level where they said, nah, we can't trust this dude to be around.
Nah.
We can't trust this dude to be around.
the half or the who's.
Right.
Not who's.
We can't even trust this dude to control himself to be around.
Right.
Again, if somebody, you could say, okay, well, you guys both said that this was consensual, and now you're saying it's not consensual. So somebody had to have said to him, because in the HR process, you got to be given a warning.
Right.
You got to be given a warning.
Yep.
And it's just like, okay, not that I know, but I've been the de facto HR kind of like financial person and HR health insurance benefits. So I kind of like know what goes into it. So you got to give a person a warning, and it's got to be in writing.
Yes.
It's got to be something in writing where it's like, okay, well, now we've acknowledged that we've spoken to you about this. So you need to modify your behavior,
Right.
the,
Or
the next conversation that we're gonna have
yep.
is gonna be extremely different.
Well,
Yep.
well,
Agreed.
Bishop, I heard that they got a law firm to investigate the situation.
What's to investigate?
Well,
Well,
he probably went to the next level and maybe some pictures, maybe some, you know what I'm
email,
saying? Some,
text,
Definitely email,
like,
text.
yeah, yeah,
phone
come over here.
call.
Ime gonna give you this Udoka. Come on, baby. Come get
Son,
it.
yo, yo, hell yeah. You already know, dude.
Exactly. It's like, yo, not Ama, Ime. It's gonna give you the Udoka, baby. Come on over.
Oh, but what are your thoughts?
Dude,
'Cause
first of all, the one thing that stood out immediately was that picture of well, you already know. You know, the lady, so to speak.
which ladies? Because remember, there have been rumors swirling. They were saying that one of our people said it was that person, and the
Well,
internet and Twitter has said it was that person, and
I think
somebody scrubbed they LinkedIn and
yeah. When you mentioned the word swirl, that was basically what I was referring to. I'm just saying, man. I gotta tell you honestly, if it was a swirl factor, it figures. It figures. Every time they will take you down without fail. As soon as you start swooning and you got them feelings of love and lust, and it's involved with them, you're gonna be taken down immediately. Immediately, especially when somebody in your camp, somebody around you let this out. You understand what I'm saying? They let this out. They let this info out. Maybe he
Well,
was maybe he was gawking too much, maybe he's talking, whatever, whatever. Yo, and somebody that's in your camp that don't really care for you blew it up.
well, the
What's
other
that?
side of that is the person, the malcontent
Mm-hmm.
in the association could have purposefully leaked this out because I want something to be done. I
Mm-hmm.
want something to be done that's drastic. I want something to be done that is public, and there may be there may be
Mm-hmm.
some financial gain
Right.
that may have been that may come from this for somebody because it's like, okay, well,
True that. True that.
there may be something in the works, but what really struck me is it really had to be like extreme, his actions, what he said, what he did,
Mm-hmm.
because normally these types of things are handled behind the scenes. You got some NDAs, you got, some bags of cash,
Mm-hmm.
people just disappear, yada yada yada. He coaches for the season, then says, hey, family, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like
Mm-hmm.
it goes away behind the scenes and you never really know. So it had to be really, really messy in order to get to this level where
Mm-hmm.
they're publicly flogging him
Right.
and making him the subject of topic.
Mm.
So, and it's like, okay, well, we got to make sure that we show that we did something extreme to the extreme, or
Mm-hmm.
else we're going to be liable
Right.
for something. So he forced their hand in essence. He forced their
Okay.
hand
Okay. I
to
just
me.
think I feel you, Bishop. I just think that is crazy. It's again, situations like this never cease to freaking amaze me because I'm just like, yo, bro, why? 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 It's all that like flashes across my eyes is just the word why. Why are you in this situation? Anytime some dude goes to this, why?
because I'm
Especially
stupid.
especially on the job, my dude. That don't make no. That's inexcusable. You are in. You're in Boston. You're the coach. You're the head coach of the Boston Celtics. Anywhere else, that should be able to fly you into whatever you want with no problem. With no problem.
Hmm.
But you understand that, and I'm not listen, and I'm not saying it's all right to do the cheat and all that stuff if you have your fiance or wife. I'm not saying that. But if you did and you had that position of power, you could do that with no problem. outside of the organization, outside from any female employees of that
Uh-huh.
organization. You
Uh-huh.
understand what I'm saying? What
Yes.
is it? I mean, I just don't get it. I really don't. It's ridiculous.
So
Go ahead, Bishop.
when you use the terminology cheat, is he taking an exam? I'm trying to understand
You know what?
when
Well,
you
you
say
know what?
that term.
And that's a good point. And let me just answer that. That's a good point. Maybe I shouldn't say cheat because this could be an open relationship, as you had pointed out before, if I'm not mistaken. You said
Mhm.
maybe they have that. So yeah, okay, I
Well,
get it.
I just read that it, I saw a report that said he and Nia
Uh-huh.
and their child, they have a child, were looking for houses
Okay.
not too long ago.
Okay.
He's been in Boston for how long now? He's been in Boston for
A
how long
house to
now?
whoa, hold up, a house together.
I don't
And
believe.
no, let me finish though. And they she didn't know about this situation coming up,
Mm-hmm.
which he knew about. Because he said he knew about they said he knew about the investigation. So
Mm.
you know,
Mm.
Ime just stupid, man. He's
But I'm
stupid.
saying you believe that, Mac. You believe that. So
I don't
he
know what to believe,
somehow
really.
somehow he knows that this is about to go down, and he's like, well, maybe if I buy a house and we
Listen,
do
he is
this, we do
stupid.
that.
He was
I'm just
stupid
saying.
enough to sleep with somebody at work.
I'm just
Yes, he
saying. I'm just
was.
saying.
Yes, he
But
was. Go on.
you never think about that. I'm not saying that have ever been in the position. I'm just saying when you go into it, you are never thinking about that it could go south. You're never thinking that it could go south until it does.
So,
Right.
so they
So
said
when you're going
Stedman
into it,
Graham has a listen. Well, Stedman Graham is a kept man.
mhm.
There is no I don't know about a handbook for cheating. He's a kept man. So big difference. But
Right. Right.
yo, he's stupid. I'm not giving him no out. He is a full dummy.
Well,
Yeah.
Mac. Well, Mac. Here's the thing that kills me, and you said this a bit earlier. You kind of alluded to this. Is our people just like backing him up, defending him?
Yeah.
I didn't see any of that. I'm just kind of wondering where you got that from. Was it the
You
social
should see
media?
my Facebook page.
Are you serious? Really?
Yeah.
Well,
But
you got to be careful. You got to be careful not to demonize people for making
I'm not demonizing him.
for the
He's stupid.
indiscretion. I'm just saying for the indiscretions, you
Hmm.
demonizing and people are demonizing this guy, and it's like imagine all the other shenanigans that's going on in Boston
Well, they
that
didn't get
hasn't.
caught.
But I'm just saying,
They smart at what they doing.
I well, they didn't get caught. They didn't get caught, or they didn't make it public. So
Listen, you
they
you
haven't
are
made it public.
you are a black man working
Yes,
in
indeed.
Boston, working in
Yes.
the NBA as a
Anywhere,
head coach.
anywhere.
Well,
It,
just let me finish. Let me finish
Hold on.
though.
Let me finish.
He's a black man working in the NBA.
mhm.
He's a head coach. It's not the NBA is different. There are a lot of black coaches now.
Hmm.
But again, the NBA is run by people who still subscribe to the old boy network.
Hmm.
We have to be exemplary in our actions. You can't be running amok. And I'm not saying and I'm not coming to the defense or speaking up for the owners.
Hmm.
Dude, you have a job. Your job is to coach basketball, not bang chicks in the office.
You can't tell him
It's
that.
real simple.
You
You
can't.
fumble the bag. You're
Right.
a dummy.
Yeah.
There's
You
no
can't.
defending him.
You can't.
Yeah.
You can't tell him that.
Well, I mean, as I said earlier, it's like you could do that anywhere. Like, what's so special about
Right.
that? You could,
Every corporate, you work in corporate America. Every corporate structure has guidelines on what you can do and what you cannot do, how
right.
you can fraternize and how you cannot fraternize. He broke those rules. He's a dummy.
Well, and some attorney, if they say, well, you can't do it, well, you can't have a relationship with somebody on the job,
Hmm.
some attorney would look at that and probably try to exploit that and say, well, if you are restricting them from doing that, then you are you're infringing on their freedom.
Hmm.
Now you can say we
Wow.
discourage it. We can say we discourage it, but
Right.
you can't prohibit.
How many you go through every 6 months? You go through a class where it's boring as hell. We don't like it, but you go through that class where they tell you can't do this, you can't do that. You make
Right.
you take a stupid test,
Right.
and like the person, thank you, sincere, 750.
Right.
The bottom line is that when you have a situation where someone is a potential subordinate,
Right.
it opens up corporations to
Oh.
sexual harassment charges, and also insurance is involved as well.
point.
He's a dummy.
Right. Well,
Good point.
Boston was kind of complicit in it too, because when they found out that this is what was going on, and they made it seem like that they keep saying these words, consensual. At some point, it stopped being consensual. At some point. So if you knew
Well,
that there was the potential for this to go awry, and you spoke to the two parties involved, or 2, 3, whomever that was involved, that should have been enough to say, okay, this is where this stops. Now, if you do it outside of the lines, we can't control that. But when you come across this threshold here, this is where the buck stops.
I saw another story where they said they told him to stop, and he was adamant on not stopping his behavior because he caught feelings for this person he was dealing with. Don't know if that's true or not either, but that's one of the stories going around.
Yes.
Wow.
I'm just curious to know, like, and it's like some of the more intricate details of what happens to make them to force their hand, because it's
Force whose hand? Boston or his hand?
To force Boston's hand to take
Well,
action.
do y'all believe that the rumor that it was somebody's wife who's an executive in the Celtics? Do y'all believe that rumor?
I could believe it.
Yeah, but I mean, so what? It's like he probably don't even like her. You know what I'm saying? Maybe he got this is like.
Whoa, that's not that's not what's going to happen when he meet the other owners. And you let that buck bang your wife, because you know they talk like that.
Of course.
Yeah. It's
They
like,
do.
All right, peace, Thomas. Thank you for joining us, bro. I'm not rocking with the dude.
Nah.
I'm not defending.
I'm really, really interested to hear what a lot of the diehard C's fans have to say about this, because before the season ended, there was all of this optimism and we doing it next year. If we were able to do this year, imagine what we're gonna do next year, and this and that, blah blah blah. So, and now there's been like the rug is pulled from under. There's gonna be some,
His career is stained.
Right.
Big time.
I gotta issue a semi apology because y'all know my sense of humor is wild. So I had jokes. Allison Feaster, the young lady who works for the Boston Celtics,
Right.
who's a WNBA star, who it was alluded that she was the woman, and it's come about that it might not be her, and it's not her.
Mm-hmm.
So anything I said, it was all in jest, and I can be wrong,
Well,
I tend to let stories come about, but I jumped on that. Why? Because I'm a comedian, so.
I'm not taking back anything I said. Whatever. I said what I said. I meant it. That's it. Too bad. I don't care.
Oh, so but you didn't say anything as bad as I said. So I was going in.
You might want to go back.
No, I'm talking about publicly. You ain't say nothing on Facebook or Twitter. I didn't see anything, bro. See me? I was wilding.
I ain't trying to go to jail.
Facebook felons, that's what they do. They have no filter. They have no filter.
Why you gotta go there, bro?
I'm just saying. Saying.
The bishop is right.
I jumped into the pool. I put my toe in, and after I saw a couple of pictures, I was like, okay. It brought me back to Sonia Curry, it brought me back to that. I let some stuff out about some
You didn't
feelings
do
that I
it. You
may
didn't do
have.
it on Facebook.
No, I'm just
On
talking about it in the
Twitter.
group.
Right.
Oh no, I don't do that. Oh
Yeah.
no, I don't do that. I don't
Oh,
do
no.
that. But yeah, like
You barely
she's
post on your own page.
nah, yeah, some sports stuff here and there.
Oh man.
I've never been incarcerated on Facebook.
Why are you going there, bro? Why you
Oh,
taking? Why you
I'm just
taking
talking.
jabs at me?
I'm just talking
That's
about me. I'm just talking about me.
that's real. That's real fucked up, man.
Wow.
Yeah,
Wow. Wow.
it hurts.
Yo, y'all are too stupid, man. You guys want to move on from this filthiness?
Yes.
Well,
And
All right.
let me just say,
Oh,
Ime,
hey.
bro. Hopefully you get another job, but you are radioactive right now, especially if more stuff comes out and it's really bad. You fumbled the bag, homie.
I'm just waiting for
You
when the
are a full dummy.
I
If I
know.
could send you Fred Sanford's picture, Red Fox, every day I would send you that. You are
I,
dummy.
I know I'm gonna get flamed from what I'm about to say. I just can't wait for the day when Knick fans are clamoring for him. Oh, we gotta get this.
Why? So he could try to get at James Dolan's sister?
Probably wouldn't be shocking. Wouldn't
well,
be
I
shocking.
mean, this is something that goes on a lot in the NBA because you remember the whole Derek Fisher incident with
Yeah, of course.
Where's Derek Fisher right
with,
now?
with Hardaway. I thought he was in the WNBA. I thought he was doing something in the
Nope,
WNBA.
they fired him
Yeah,
You fired him?
yeah.
again. Yes,
Yeah. So it's
but
just
how
like,
about this, Ime? You're not Phil Jackson. You can't bang the owner's daughter because you ain't won a championship.
uh,
But according to our resident Boston fan, they're on their way.
according to a few of them, according to the few of those delirious people.
Listen,
According to the few of
things
them.
go on throughout corporate America, not just in the NBA. It's there's somebody bent over a desk right now, and she wasn't coerced
Word. Got that
Until
right.
until she was.
until she was right.
That's one. I'm telling you, it's not a problem until it's a problem.
Uh,
And then guess what? It's a problem.
it's a problem.
And Monday there will be some executive in HR explaining the particulars.
You already know. You already know.
But yeah, we went out. We had a few drinks. I was a little inebriated. She was a little inebriated. And then we woke up
Yeah,
in the hotel room.
Yep. Well,
yeah.
with that being said, let's move on. This is I got this guy on tonight. It's gonna be really good. Ben Simmons, his take on the Philadelphia 76ers. Alrighty. And here we go. So let's just get this out about Ben Simmons in his time last season with the 76ers before he got traded. He said it felt like the 76ers were trying to fuck with him after his trade. Hold on, after his trade request and through mental health struggles. Simmons blamed Doc Rivers for forcing him to practice and said he was fined by the team for not working out. He also added that he was trying to mentally prepare to take the court and didn't feel supported by the team. Wow. That's a lot of emotions right there.
Can I jump in on this first?
Jump, please go right ahead.
All right. My first take is that the 76ers, y'all tried to devalue his brand.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all didn't stand by him after he flubbed the layup and missed the shots. Y'all didn't. Y'all publicly shunned him. It was more like the team is to the left and Ben is over there. It's not a problem for me, but that's what y'all did. Ben Simmons, grow up a little, bro.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Man up a little. You are a talented player, but you're flawed and you don't work on your flaws. So I understand you wanting to get away from them. I understand some of the things they did, but you got to be better, bro.
Mm-hmm.
And Philly, y'all Y'all did the typical corporate stuff. Y'all shunned that dude when y'all shouldn't have. Maybe
Right.
maybe y'all should have been more. You should have embraced him a little bit more and not spit the negative out to the public and kept it in house like some teams do. But again, he has to be better. He shouldn't be crying right now. Just go play ball. Don't say nothing to the media.
Right.
Don't go on people because he said this on what's his name's podcast? What's the
Um,
shooting guard that used to be on Philly?
JJ Redick.
Yeah, he was on
Yeah.
JJ
Yeah.
Redick's podcast and said
Right.
this.
Yep.
Don't say too much.
No.
Show us
Hmm.
and show them what they're missing.
Right. I agree. You said it. You pretty much summed it up. I'm just like, yo, bro. While you deep in your feelings on this and whatnot, you need to shut up. No, it's true because I was like, wow, okay. I was like, damn, man. I feel like playing like Carl Thomas when you don't read this. I'm like, yo, what's good? like, like really?
So emotional.
Word, man. I was like, damn. Let me see if I can find this CD in my collection somewhere. You know what I mean? I'm just saying, man. Yeah.
You know, to me, like part of the issue is like it's like, yo, like where's your pride? Like where's your fight?
Mhm.
I mean, it's not easy to make it to the league. It's not easy. So you had to have some sort of fire, some sort of
Facts.
fight within you. And when confronted with them dissecting the flaws in your game and the mistakes that you made, you could have simply said, "Hey, I went back and I watched the tape." While I can say that I could have done some things better, but the team had X amount of turnovers. The team had
Mhm.
we shot as a team. We shot whatever it was. If it was 40 for 90, we
Mhm.
shot this. I only took 12 of the shots out of these. How many? I went 12 for so and so. So
Right.
now you back up what you're saying, and it's like, okay. And if Doc Rivers wants to join in the fray and be like, oh well, you know, and point out your flaws,
Mhm.
we're like, yeah. And I mean, at a certain points in the game, after I watched it, I felt like we could have made some different adjustments from the sideline, and we missed the boat on making those adjustments. So there's blame to go around. You
Right,
know what
I
I mean?
agree.
I wasn't the only one that had I had 4 turnovers, but
Mhm.
if you look at it, there were 28 other turnovers. So that means that I had 4, which is how many percent of those turnovers? Hit them with the numbers.
Right.
Hit
Right,
them with the
Right.
numbers.
right.
So
Mm.
it's
He
like,
also played good defense in that game.
right, but it's like
He locked somebody up.
hit them with the numbers, so that it's like, okay, well, if you want to say that it was my fault, I'm not going to point anybody out. I'm just going to give you the facts, because if you go
Right.
back,
Nope.
Embiid let Gallinari guard him
Mhm.
in the post several
Mhm.
times, and Gallinari stole the ball from him like 4 or 5 times in the post.
Right.
So it was kind of like it wasn't only Ben Simmons that didn't
No.
step up. It wasn't
Some
only
No.
him.
people didn't shoot well.
For
Right.
sure.
Karan But I mean, what's his name? What's the light skinned forward?
Harris.
Harris. Tobias
Tobias
Harris. He was
missing in
missing like
action
layups. He
again.
was missing layups. Danny Green was missing shots.
Mhm.
Like everybody was falling short. So it's
Right.
like you want to point me out and say I'm. So let's just take the negatives that I contributed to this game. Let's
Mm.
take those out. So if I had 4 turnovers, let's just say they scored 12 points off those 4 turnovers. We still lost by X amount. You know what I'm saying? So you
Right.
can't
What
just
was
say
his plus minus for that game?
I don't know, but
Yeah.
it wasn't that one shot that he did not take. That wasn't why they lost the game.
I
Right.
know. You're right.
That wasn't why they lost the game. So to try to highlight that, and it's like, again, call them out. I feel like, as a team we win, and as a team we lose.
Hmm.
So, and I would never call out my brothers, my teammates, for
Which
something.
he
I think
didn't do.
I think we all should go look in the mirror and examine what we could have done better, and
For
as a
sure.
team come back and fight and do
Mhm.
better. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna do my part and
Right.
keep it at that. But it's like it's basketball. It's not a relationship. It's not your girlfriend. It's not she's telling you she don't love you no more. Like he took it like really, really personal.
You
And it's
know,
just like,
it's. I'm sorry, Bishop, but it's crazy, man. And I agree with what you just said. You know what I'm saying about it
Yeah.
being a
Well
team sport.
said.
I agree totally. However, let me just I gotta do this. As a grown man, my dude, I'm sorry. Instead of moaning and bitching and whining about it, yo, like Mac alluded to a little bit earlier, yo, get in the gym and do what you gotta do.
That's
Right,
simple.
Do
That's
what you gotta
simple.
right,
do.
right,
Period. End of story. You know what I'm saying? I mean, there's no other way around it. Do what you got. Work on your game. Improve what your weaknesses are. That's it. We know you're strong defensively. We know you can facilitate the ball. Yo, get your ass out there. Take some 15-foot, 18-foot jump shots. You know what I'm saying? Take
right,
500 a day in the gym.
right.
Work on your shit.
I'm right. I'm gonna name two players. Oh, yes, you went. Your sound went out. R.
Oh, it did? Hello?
Yeah, your sound went out. Keep talking, R.
You can hear me? Hello? Hello?
Yes, yes.
Okay, I don't know what happened, but I'm just saying, man. It's like, yo, work on your shit. Bottom line, and like you was getting ready to say something, Matt. Go ahead.
I was gonna say that I'm gonna name two players. Patrick Ewing wasn't a great free throw shooter when he came into the league. Karl Malone was even worse.
Hmm.
They both ended up shooting no less than 75% for their, as their careers progress. Ben, you gotta get in the gym. You gotta work on those
That's it.
things. Your foul shooting and develop some kind of shot.
Right.
Start at 10 feet. If you could make a 10 feet, 10 footer, I'd be happy. You can't even do that.
Mm-hmm. And how long has this guy been in the league now? 4 years, something like that? 4 or 5 years?
4 or 5 years.
About 4 or 5 years now, and you don't even have a reliable jumper. That's inexcusable. And again, Bishop alluded to the fact that you're talented because you're in the league. You're a
Listen,
professional.
he's
You're a professional
won.
player.
He's been an all-star. He
Mhm.
won Rookie of the Year.
Right.
He's won Defensive Player of the Year. So
Right. But I'm saying with all that, you still have deficiencies in your
right.
game. You understand? Get in the gym and work on your shit. You've been in here 4 or 5 years. It's inexcusable to me.
That's simple. That's simple. Like that's not even rocket science.
Word.
It's just get in the gym. You have access to the gym. I'm sure you
Right.
have access to a gym whenever you want. You don't
Right.
even have to be there when your teammates are there.
Right.
You could be there by yourself if you're that embarrassed. You could be there by yourself, or you got guys that come in and their job is to rebound for you
Right.
and make sure you have the ball so
Make
that
your girl rebound.
you got 10 you got 10 footers, you got 15 footers, and then you have your drive to the basket. So now
Right.
you're a threat. Now you can hit a 15 footer. Not everybody's going to be shooting threes. And you can say, well, you know what? If I'm shooting a three, then I can't go in there and help him rebound.
Mhm.
Or if I'm shooting a three, but I got to keep the defense honest.
Right.
I got to keep the defense honest because I got to tell you, if he had to develop like a 10, 15 footer guarding him and Joel Embiid in the pick and roll would have been a nightmare
Mhm.
Yeah.
because either one of them can finish at the basket.
Right.
And it's like if you double team one and the other one rolls to the basket, like what do you do? Or
Right.
or if you double team him and you kick it out and he's just hitting the 15 footer, then you got to close out. And then you close out, then he's gonna drive past you and he going to the basket with gusto.
Mm.
Like he ain't going to the basket soft, he going to the basket with gusto. So
Right.
it makes it almost impossible to guard the two of them. But it's like all of this, like my feelings are hurt and I
Mhm.
feel like they abandoned me and our relationship is not the same. You know what I'm saying? You promised me that you would always care for me.
You know what's playing in the background, right? Y'all remember that R&B song? Where is the love?
Yeah, it's like,
Where is
all
the
of this
love?
just simple. You could have shut everybody up if you went in
Yep.
the gym, and pretty much came back and said, okay, well, I'm gonna show all of y'all that this
Mhm.
is who I am. But instead, what you did was you curled up in the corner, got a blanket, put your thumb in your mouth,
Yep.
and you pouted. So
Listen, he needs to make not saying they play the same or they could be the same player. He needs to make incremental adjustments like Paul George did throughout his early career when he was in Indiana. Every year he got better till he became a superstar
yeah, but
or a star.
with his game, he has so many different ways to like to
Affect
be a
the
threat.
game.
To
Right.
be a threat, it's like if you added a 10, 15 footer, then that means that you're practically unguardable because now if we push up on you and somebody roll to the basket, you're tall enough to see over and you're gonna get them the ball. Or like if you the guy setting the screen and you roll into the basket, we can't really stop you.
Right.
So it's like
Go ahead. Sorry about
I'm
that.
just saying, like free throws, and if you shooting free throws, you can work on your. If you're shooting free throws, then you get comfortable shooting 10 to 15 footers.
Yep.
It works hand in hand. It works hand in hand. The two things work hand in hand.
Start at the foul line, fool.
Right, and I don't understand. I don't understand. This is what you get paid millions of dollars to do. You don't have any other responsibilities to make your money outside of this.
He don't have no kids, I don't think.
No.
He might have a girlfriend, but you ain't got no kids, man. Go shoot, man. Shoot free throws.
That's all he needs to do. That's what he really needs to do.
And listen, I don't think, I know people on paper, yes, him being on the Nets, it looks great. But he's with two other guys who they just as emotional and sometimes he is.
Yeah.
I know.
So
it's the truth. It's the truth. I'm not gonna.
They're gonna have Haagen-Dazs parties,
and then they got a coach who really doesn't stress fundamentals. All he stresses go shoot, run, shoot.
Mm.
Word. I don't know. Their talent will get them to the playoffs. The Brooklyn Nets. Ben Simmons doesn't have to be a great shooter on this team because they have enough guys who can score and shoot.
Right.
He has to be a good defender, good rebounder, which he does, and facilitate the ball on the break and maybe run the offense as opposed to the ball being in Kyrie's hands sometimes. And
what's his career numbers? Because I'm thinking if he can give this team 16, 17 a game,
he's a 18, 10, and 7 guy. That's what he's been. That's what he's been throughout most of his career.
Okay.
Somewhere around there. Those aren't the exact numbers, but those are around the exact numbers.
Right. I'll take that.
Well, he'll be better. He'll be better than those numbers because he rebounds. So you're gonna be able to get in there and get easy putbacks.
Right.
You got KD that you setting up. So that means that if you pass him the ball like 10 to 15 times a game, he gonna be hitting like 10, 11, 12 of those shots.
Right.
So that's just off of KD. That's not including some of the other guys.
For sure.
The Joe Harrises, the guys that shoot off the screen.
Listen, they got Joe Harris, Seth Curry, him, the Australian guy from that played with San Antonio, Patty Mills. They got a bunch of guys who could shoot.
Right.
And
Kyrie and KD as well.
And then you play defense, and well, he doesn't really have to set the ball up for Kyrie because Kyrie wants to show everybody that he's such a wizard handling the basketball. So if it requires 2 dribbles, I'm gonna do 18 because I just want everybody. I just want everybody to be in awe at how I dribble the ball.
Right.
You know? So you don't really have to set it up for Kyrie because he'll set it up for himself.
Got that right.
So, but it's crazy to me. Like these guys are really like fragile. And extremely, they're very fragile, and it's like fine. It's like if teams are focusing on that, I'm gonna make sure that if another team tries to hone in on that and fouling me and this and that, I'm gonna make sure that I hit my free throw. I'm gonna make sure that I'm a threat from 10 to 15 foot. It's like you could be deceptive on it. It's like act like you're gonna shoot a jump shot, take a few dribbles, shoot a floater.
Right.
He got floaters in his arsenal. You know what I mean?
If I was playing against them, I would be all in his ear. Yo, you put your diaper on today? Yo, I got some powder. I got baby powder over here for you.
Right.
No, somebody put on one of the funniest. Somebody put on one of the funniest things online, and I had never thought about it before.
What's
It
that?
said it should be illegal for Ben Simmons to wear shooting sleeve.
Yeah, he does wear one.
I'm like, that is true. Like, why you wear the
Why you
shooting
wearing a
sleeve?
shoe sleeve? Exactly. That is true.
Your arm ain't sore. You ain't jacking nothing. You don't want to jack.
Exactly.
Yeah. So you wearing a shooting sleeve for after the game? So after the game, you go to the gym and shoot some jump shots? Like I don't. Well, you don't want nobody to scratch your arm. That's why you want to shoot.
Yo, what's stupid? That is true. That is true, man. Gentlemen, let's move on, man. It's funny as hell. Let's go into the lane of the NFL. We're gonna do a quick preview of Week 3 coming up, and of course that includes a local squad. The New York Giants Game 3 preview. They're going. I think it's Monday night. They play
Monday night, sir.
Dallas Cowboys. Are they playing in Dallas or is it at the that Meadowlands out there? I think they're playing the Meadowlands. Yeah, this coming Monday. I saw.
It's a New York Giants. They at the Meadowlands.
Yeah, at the Meadowlands. I saw something. I didn't really get the chance to read the whole article, but it was something to the effect about Cowboys owner Jerry Jones creating a quarterback controversy. Now, I wish I had gotten to this article so I could talk about it here, but I don't know. What's the controversy? I mean, you got this guy, Cooper Rush, who's the backup. I know there was rumors of them trying to get Jimmy G to come to Dallas, but they shot that down. They said, no, we're going to go with Cooper. And I got to tell you, while he's the backup, he didn't look too bad.
Played all right.
He played decent. No, he played decent. He played decent. I'll give him credit.
He's not Dak, though.
No, he's not. There's no doubt about it. He's not. But he filled in a pinch. You know what I'm saying? He did his thing. Got the win. Yo, listen, I'm not mad at that. But so what's this? I got to read this article because I'm like, what controversy are you talking about? What, you trying to bring somebody else in? Did you guys sign Colin Kaepernick? I mean, I just don't understand that whole thing. But then again, we're talking about Mr. Jerry Jones of the Dallas.
Jerry had some of Bolivia's finest when he was speaking to the media.
yeah, exactly. Because I'm just like, I'm scratching my head like, yo, what are you fucking talking about? You know, like, you're
well, no, you know what? Somebody said that he meant that if Cooper Rush played so well, he would relish him challenge that it would be, good to see him playing as good as Dak can play, and then he would have a.
Did Jerry really say that? Jerry really said that? Oh my God, Jerry's
not word for word, but that's pretty much the gist.
He needs to stop. He needs to stop. Okay, I don't care how well Cooper Rush is playing temporarily while Dak is sidelined. He's just like you said, Mac. He's not Dak. Okay, that's bottom line. You understand? He may do well. He may manage the team for 3 to 4 weeks, whatever the case may be. But stop, Jerry. You need to stop that bullshit. That just pissed me off a little bit. I can't lie.
On the Giants side, I got Kenny Golladay. Mike's were put in his face.
Yeah, so about this too.
He basically was saying he needs to play, he should play, blah, blah, blah. I can't be mad at that. But, Kenny, you haven't shown or proven this season that they should use you, because I watched the preseason.
Right.
You're always hurt. You were dinged up some in preseason. Mm-hmm. And it seems like you got your money and you just going through the motions.
Well, the coach had said that he didn't mind Kenny going on the mics and saying this, because to him that shows that he wants to be he's competitive and he doesn't want to sit on the side or whatnot. But then at the same time, you guys haven't really utilized him either.
That too.
They haven't utilized him. If you notice, they haven't really utilized Kadarius Toney as well as much.
The dude's a walking band-aid. He's another one always injured.
But he's not injured so far this year. Okay, and they've been using and don't get me wrong, I like the fact that they're using this kid Jones and the other kid Sills, you
Mm-hmm.
know, because these two guys have stepped up big time, you know, during the first 2 games. I'm not
Right.
gonna lie to you. I'm impressed by that, you know. So I kind of like that whole unheralded wide receiver thing they got with these two guys because they're stepping their game up. You
Right.
understand? But
Mm-hmm.
again, for an offensive genius, uh, for an offensive genius like coach the ball, my thing is why haven't you, even if they haven't shown much, you know, and maybe their ways are kind of off putters to you, still develop more plays for them. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You should.
Like Reggie said, he said Kadarius isn't working in practice.
Well, and Reggie could be right. He's not working in practice. But a guy like this he gives you a certain dynamic. When he has the ball in his hands, he can break off a long game for you. You understand?
Mm-hmm.
You have to utilize that. You have to use that at your disposal. You have him there. Why have him there on the team? Then cut him. Let him go
Right.
someplace else and do damage against the team at some point down the road. You know what I'm saying? And Galladay, that's another one. You signed this guy to what? 4 years? Was it 4 years? 72 million, something like that.
72 million.
Why is he not getting plays called from? It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. $72 million. Get me out there. I'll grab the ball. You don't care if you're throwing it to somebody else or not. I'm gonna run over there and catch it. Fuck, 72 million. Give me that money. I'm just saying, man. It makes no sense. So
Right.
I scratch my scalp a lot watching these games. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, what's going on here? There's something wrong. You have two very good receivers, two guys that bring you big play dynamic, and you're not even utilizing them. That to me, it's senseless.
Who's the quarterback?
Yep. Tell him, Bishop.
Even so,
what you say makes absolute sense. It makes 120% sense.
mm-hmm.
Then you got to ask yourself, who's the quarterback? So who's throwing that ball?
Right. You know what? And we all know it's DJ Danny Dimes Jones. We know
So
this.
the more receivers that you have out there, the more likely he's going to throw a pick. So maybe that's why they're not playing, because they don't want him to have the temptation out there to throw a reckless pass and turn the ball over. Because
Wow.
I still haven't seen anything that leads me to believe that this guy's capable of valuing the ball, capable of being a starting quarterback. I still haven't seen anything, and it's like
I feel you.
I'm not expecting you to be great. I'm just expecting you to be consistent.
Consistent.
Just
right.
be consistent. If you're throwing the ball 5 yards, 5 to 10 yards each throw, I'm okay with that.
Mm-hmm.
I'm okay with that because you're moving the chains, and we're seeing some progress. But if you can't get the ball, you can't throw the ball 5 yards, even when you have an open guy, you throwing it behind him, or you're just not the right guy. You're just not the right guy.
While I agree with you, Bishop, and trust me, I'm not DJ's attorney. I'm not his mouthpiece. But there are times when you see some flashes. I'm not gonna say brilliance, but you see the flashes or whatnot of potential. Because there was one point, I think it was the third quarter, where he was driving,
Mm-hmm.
and it was all on his arm. Because I don't even think there was one running play called during that one series, and they scored a touchdown. And
Well,
Mhm.
that was because they had tried to overuse Barkley,
Mhm.
and they shut the running game down.
Mhm.
So it was like, and I when I watch him play, if he doesn't release that ball within 3 seconds,
Mhm.
something inefficient or something bad is going to happen.
I think you had put. Were you the one that said it's an adventure?
Yeah, it is. It is. If it goes over 3 seconds, you could 1,000, 2 1,000, 3 1,000. Then it's up in the air. It doesn't
Right.
matter. You don't know
Right.
what's going to happen.
Right.
I've been y'all saw the picture I posted.
Mm-hmm.
He locks into one side of the field. He'll lock
Yep.
into one receiver,
Yep.
and there's people open. He also I've been seeing plays where he'll move when he shouldn't move. He should just sort of stay in the pocket, move back a little, and he's not good. He's not good.
Right.
And we've been winning in spite of him.
Well, we've been more consistent at what we are able to do than the other team. Now, if the Panthers were a bit
Better.
more consistent,
Yep.
a bit more consistent, they would have won that game.
They
Because
would have.
we should have scored 27 points. There should have
Exactly.
been 27-19.
Exactly.
27. It shouldn't have been that. We left 8 points on the board.
Yep.
We left 8 points, and those were gifted.
Yep.
They were gifted. Excellent field position.
Yes,
It
right.
was, and it was just like 3 and out. Like you didn't even put any mystery into it. It was just 3 downs, field goal. It wasn't even like, yo, we moving the chains. We threaten. We in the red zone. We threaten them to score.
Nah.
Nothing. It was just like that's crazy to me. It's like, yo, shouldn't you like your lust for blood come out when you get to the red zone? Because you know this is what they're gonna be talking about.
Exactly.
This is where I earn my money.
Right. Well, I gotta tell you honestly, the New York Giants, they're lucky that they're at 2-0, and they're lucky it's not the other way around at 0-2, because they could have blown these first 2 games of the season. I'm telling you that right now.
Absolutely.
You know? So
Absolutely.
I guess it's better to be lucky than actually good.
Well, hey, when you not consistent, just a little consistency.
Yeah.
Just
Giants
a little
defense.
consistency. The defense is always consistent.
Yep. Indeed.
And it's the offense that it's just like, because the defense got them those opportunities,
Right.
and the offense just fell short.
Right.
Just fell short.
True. And that's fact. They were going up against Baker Mayfield. You're right.
Exactly.
And they like Bishop said earlier, Saquon Barkley had a tough game. That was a grinded out game for him. He didn't have the flashy big plays that he had in the first game.
Right.
But he was solid with what was given to him and what he could take. The defense won that game.
Right.
Yep.
There's no
And
question.
they just have to be better offensively. And DJ has to not turn the ball over. Thank God he didn't in game 2. And
He
the
did?
offensive, no, he didn't turn the ball over. And the offensive line has to be better.
Yeah.
Well, with that game, the Panthers are so predictable, and it was just like you already know where the ball is going. McCaffrey.
Yep.
First down, McCaffrey. Second down, McCaffrey. Third down, McCaffrey. First down, a short yard passage to McCaffrey. A running play to McCaffrey. A short running play to a pass on the side to McCaffrey. That was the whole offense, and it was just
But you know what? I have to blame who's that coach? Matt Rule. He needs to go. And his offensive coordinator. They need to go because
his offensive coordinator is McAdoo.
Are you serious? See, I did not even know this. No wonder. Okay, no wonder. See, my thing is this. Okay, you have Baker. I get that. All right. My thing is this. You have wide receiver Robbie Anderson. Big play guy. But then you have another wide receiver. What's his name? Moore is full of potential. Why don't you utilize more? You understand what I'm saying? I mean, to me, it's just ridiculous, man. Well, you're gonna run McCaffrey into the ground till it's gonna be
get hurt. He's gonna get hurt.
He made the injury report again this week. He has a sore ankle.
Yeah, that's the same situation Barkley's gonna find himself in because the quarterback is inefficient, so they're gonna overrun, and it's like they're gonna load up against the run, and then you're just gonna keep taking them hits, and then you're gonna get an ankle, a rib, or a shoulder, or something.
Yep, you're right. Oh, Getting back to this game on Monday, who do you guys think is going to take it? Yeah, the Giants, or do you take the Cowboys?
Who?
Hey, man, I gotta ask. I mean, as crazy as it sounds, I'm just saying I have to ask.
It's like, yeah. Even though I don't have any faith in, I want the Giants to win. I want them
Okay.
to win so that I could taunt. Well, I found that I have some Cowboys fans in my family.
Wow.
Yeah. Go
Now,
figure.
now
Go figure.
I'm gonna agree with Big Reg. I'll take this. It's gonna end in a tie.
You're a hater, R.
It's just like, yeah, it's just gonna end in a tie. They both gonna lose. Is that what you said? They both gonna lose.
Nobody's gonna win, so yeah, I guess so.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. What's the name? The first game that Dallas played.
Hmm.
I think that's as long as Dak is gonna be out, that's probably gonna be how they play. So
Right.
and it just fits. It'll just be nice to be able to say, even though I know we're not going anywhere, that we beat Dallas.
Well, if you beat Dallas, you'll be 3-0.
Yeah, that's fine, but we still got some good teams to play, and it's like, okay, if we win some of those games that, easy games, some cherry pick games,
Right.
where we play the real teams and we get spanked,
Ex-
and
right.
we get spanked, it won't be so bad because you can say, well, at least we 3-2.
The
So we
Giants
Right.
got a
500.
relatively easy schedule
Right.
Start.
For the whole
throughout.
year.
Throughout. They got maybe 2 or 3 games against playoff teams, and then in a couple of games that they're winnable, but the teams might be slightly better than. But they got an easy schedule.
Okay.
Yeah, but you got to think, and there'll be some games where teams just, you think it's going to be an easy game, and then teams come in and work out. Teams come in and work out on the Giants. So, we can't, there's nothing that they can do.
Right.
It's like they can't stop the run. They can't stop, they can't stop the passing. It's just a Giant. And then you get turnovers. So then you add that. Because I think once the pressure gets, like, you get down by like 14, and now he's going to try to get it all back in one pass.
He almost threw an interception
Twice. Three times.
against the
Three-
Panthers.
Yeah.
3 times when he was falling back and he just tossed it in the air, and it's like you got one receiver, and 3 defenders. One receiver and 3 defenders,
Right.
and the receiver is behind all 3. Well, he's behind 2 of them, and the other one is on the side. So you're not Elway. You're not a Manning. You're not Peyton Manning. You're not getting that ball in there. So why throw it?
Right. Well.
And he runs him, like he gets in the pocket, and then he moves and he tries to run and he runs himself into sacks. And I'm
Right.
sitting there like, dude, just throw the ball.
Can't help himself, man.
And holding the ball like it's a hot potato.
All right. So since he didn't throw any interceptions this past game in week 2,
He do. You just say he do?
no, I said, well, since he didn't,
Right.
I'm saying he's due for a high turnover game.
so that's
Right.
what I'm saying.
Like me and Carl said, he throws he has the obligatory turnover.
So how many of these obligatory turnovers is he in for in game 3?
So this is
It's
his
Micah
third
Parsons
game.
chasing him in Dallas, so he might throw 2 interceptions and 1 fumble.
Okay.
Well, what
Okay.
is his average? What is his average picks a game? Like 2 a game?
Nah,
Is it about
Nah.
no, but
Nah.
you know what it is,
Last-
Bishop.
last
His
season? Last season?
his turnovers come in bunches.
Right,
Right.
that's what I'm saying. So he's to average
like-
it out. The
right.
first 3 games, maybe he gets like 4 or 5, so he can average it out for the first. So it's like
Well, wait,
1 point something.
game 1, he threw an interception, right?
Yes.
He fumbled, right?
Yes.
So that's 2.
That's 2
This
right
game,
there.
he didn't. The game 2, he didn't do anything.
Right.
Correct.
So that's one.
He had a
one
clean game. So this game, he's due.
He's
That's due. Right. That's what I'm trying to say. Like, so he's due for at least 2 picks and 2 fumbles.
wow.
to average it out because it is.
Well,
It's about 2
especially
turnovers
against
a game.
Dallas's,
Right.
Defense,
especially against
exactly.
Michael Parsons and Dallas's
Mhm.
other pass rushers.
Right. Reggie says 3 on Monday.
I'm saying 4. I'm saying 4 just so he can average it out. So
Okay.
it's 2 per game, a pick and a fumble. There's always one, and it'll be at
So
some of the most inopportune moments.
of course. So I got Dallas. I'm gonna say I'll say 23 to 20.
Mm.
Yeah.
So Dallas got blown out their first game.
Yeah, they got handled.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I'm gonna say 23-20 in favor of Dallas.
Mm.
So we'll see how that goes.
I hope not.
Well, we'll see. Monday's coming up. So now let's move on. We got the other squad of New York, even though they play in Jersey. The New York Jets, game 3 will be against the Cincinnati Bengals. First of all, if I want to say, what the fuck is wrong with the Bengals? I don't get it. It's the wheels are falling off the bus quickly with this squad. 0-2. Super Bowl hangover, perhaps. I don't know.
Offensive line still stinks.
Yeah, thank you, Mac. You're on point because there is no reason in the world why this guy is getting hit like this. I mean, he got sacked 7 times in week 1. And how many did he receive in game 2?
I'm about to tell you.
Maybe it is at least 5, maybe even another 7.
Maybe they don't like. Maybe they don't like the quarterback.
Mac, you got to take care of them.
I'm saying maybe they don't like him.
Mac was like, he's got to take him out to dinner, buy him some Rolex watches, that type of stuff. A little bit of the greasing of the palms, so to speak, for these offensive linemen. So I know he got sacked 7 times in game 1 and probably 7 more in game 2. It's ridiculous. This guy's taking a pounding. Their line stinks. I don't think Joe Mixon is doing enough with that line. It's not a good situation for them. And the Jets can actually I can't believe I'm actually saying this. The Jets can actually win this game, believe it or not. Even with Joe Flacco at quarterback. Right. Yes, I said it. And I'm ashamed of myself for partly saying it, but it's a fact.
They've given up 13 sacks in the first 2 games.
Yeah, so they gave up 6 in game 2. Ridiculous.
They don't like him.
They gave up a league high 51 in 2021 last year.
Yep. So they have not improved the line whatsoever.
In 2020, it was 32.
Okay. So even if they led the league in sacks allowed last year with 51, they didn't make any improvement whatsoever, and now you're off just 13 in the first 2 games. They're going to eclipse, if they don't get their shit together, they're going to eclipse what they accomplished last year. Our brother
That's in regards to DJ. I agree.
I agree as well. Mm-hmm. And Reggie just asked me this. You smoking? Yes, I am. I must be.
You said Jets and winning in the same sentence.
I know. I couldn't even believe myself.
I don't think the Jets are going to win. I think the Bengals are going to come out and have one of their better games.
They should
this season because they're 0-2. Jets are going to get smacked.
Okay. Do you have a final score?
28-17.
Okay. I'm going to bet hard that Cincinnati's offensive line has another stinker and allows the Jet defense to look like the steel curtain from the days of Pittsburgh. Okay. He's going to hit the ground another 6 times.
Wow.
Yeah. By the time this game is done, Joe Burrow's going to have the shakes. He's going to be seeing ghosts.
He said the shakes.
I'm telling you. He's going to have the shakes. He's going to be seeing ghosts. Yeah, he's going to be rattled. I'm telling you right now. This is what's going to happen in week 3. And I'm predicting a close game as well. I'm gonna say Jets with Flacco quarterbacking. Jets 20, Cincinnati 17.
This guy.
And Reggie, of course, besides me smoking, I'm drinking too. Oh, thanks for the reminder. I'll be right back. Get my little glass. Thanks for the reminder. I got to get my little glass real quick. So I'll be right back with you guys while you do, the whole NFL. Well, some of the NFL preview of week 3 here.
What about your squad, R?
The
They got a big divisional game.
Yeah. I'm not really worried. I'm not really, and I know I'm changing my tune from last week a little bit. Miami, they look good. I like the kid Waddle. I love that guy.
Oh,
I like I love his hustle. You know what I'm saying? I like his work ethic. He's a really good receiver. I like him a lot. And to bring on Tyreek Hill to Miami as well opens it up a lot more for him. You understand? Because if you double one, you double Hill, Waddle can get open easy. You understand? Plus the other receivers and other offensive weapons they have as well. So this is a good game for me. However, I'm still sticking my squad. I'm not gonna pick against them. I probably never will. So I love Von Miller.
Right.
I think his acquisition was so huge. I just have one concern about him is he's putting so much effort early on in the season. I want him not to be gassed by the time the end of the year rolls around. You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
So what do they do in the NBA? What is that load management? This might be a good time for load management to hit the NFL. In this particular case, it just might be time. I'm just saying, I want Vaughn to be fresh, at the end of the season and when the playoffs roll around, Now, what is Reggie saying? Let me see. Who doesn't play well on Miami? What's he talking about?
They do not play well in Miami, I think he meant to say.
Well,
it's a different Bills team.
Exactly. Did they lose last year? Where are you drawing this from? Is this factual or just we talking about from years ago? That's what I want to know. You guys still there? Hello? Yeah, hello. Couldn't hear you.
I'm still here.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Not against division. What? Not against division foe. Okay.
Listen, right. I know Tago Tua is having a good season thus far. This is the third game.
Exactly, 2 weeks. Okay.
I think Miami has the number one offense right now, or they're in the top, like in the top 5. But it's Buffalo, Josh Allen, and Von Miller. Come on, exactly. And Stephon Diggs. I think Buffalo's going to win 34-14.
Okay.
Screw the Dolphins.
Bishop, what's your thoughts on this game? Any
Well, I think Buffalo going to work out.
Yeah.
I think they're going to work out.
Right.
Some games it's like, this is not fair.
Right.
They're just going to work out, get some subs in there. Some guys going to get some reps. Get some reps in,
Okay, I feel you, man. Another big game in the NFC East is going to be the Eagles against the Washington Commanders.
That's a big game, really?
Yeah, it is. It is.
The Washington Commanders, really?
Did you hear me big them up? I just said I just point out the game now. I said Philadelphia against Washington. What's the Cowboys record again? 1-1 and what?
1-1.
Okay, and the Eagles are what? 2-0?
2-0. The Commanders are 1-1.
Okay, I think this is a big game because if the Eagles, I think will pull it out because they're looking very good.
Yeah.
Okay. Jalen Hurts is doing his thing. Okay. I really didn't think too much of him, honestly, last year. But this year they surrounded him with some weapons. They got him some protection. And he's doing his thing. I have to give him credit.
See what happens when you get a number one receiver
Yeah,
and
exactly.
you fix your offensive
Offensive
line,
line for sure. You
and
know.
they got a bunch of running backs that are all good at
Hmm.
what they do, whether it's
Yep,
running or catching the ball.
that's right.
And getting AJ Brown was smart. Um,
Hmm.
Washington ain't gonna play well. They Philly's gonna win, even though it's an NFC East game, so
Hmm.
anything could happen.
Okay.
I think Philly is gonna win, and they're gonna be 3-0.
We're gonna see because our boy Reggie says Hurts slips this game. Well, I mean, he's a young player. That could happen. I'm not gonna take that out the equation whatsoever. But I don't think it's gonna happen this week. Not against Washington. Why are you laughing, man? You make me think I'm insulting Reg, man.
Nah, that was funny.
I'm like, damn, man, you make me feel bad over here. Oh yeah. Rams against the Cardinals. Both teams are 1-1. NFC West division game. Hmm.
I'm gonna go with the Rams. The
Okay.
Rams, the Rams haven't looked
No,
like a world beater.
no, they haven't.
I think they miss Vaughn Miller, they miss Odell Beckham.
Mm-hmm.
Vance Jefferson hasn't played yet, so
Mm-hmm.
they miss him as well, and they miss some of the pieces who were there last year.
Right.
Um, but it's Cooper Cup, man.
Yeah, but listen, Mac, that was a problem during that loss that the last game and whatnot. My thing
Yeah.
is like, McVay, come on, you're targeting Cup all game long. Where's some of these other guys? You know what I'm saying? How come you didn't use what's their tight end? Higby?
Oh, hey, yeah,
Yeah. Why didn't you use him as much? And that's a big boy. He could have broke through with a few catches and yards after the catch. Use
right,
him.
right.
Alternate.
Right. You got the wide receiver from Chicago, Allen,
Mhm.
and he
Exactly.
had a decent game second game, but you
Okay.
didn't throw anything to him the first game.
You know, Reggie is saying double cup. Well, I mean, if they do that, somebody better be open. Somebody better be open. Mac, let me ask you guys a question. Do you think losing because they let Cam Akers go at running
Right.
back, you think that was a mistake on their behalf?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
You should have tried to. I would have definitely tried to keep Von Miller.
Hmm.
The defense doesn't look menacing like it did last year once he
Obviously,
arrived.
obviously. That's why I wouldn't be surprised if for me to see Arizona win this game. You know,
I
so
don't trust them.
I get it, Mac, and I understand completely. I get it, and but again, because of LA not being as dominant as
Hmm.
they were last year, I could see them getting beat by Arizona. Not saying it's going to happen, and I wouldn't be shocked if it happened, but I could, no, I'm just saying it wouldn't be surprising to me at all.
Right.
So with that, I'm gonna go with the gutsy calls this week. I'm choosing Arizona over LA. Yeah.
I'm sticking with LA.
Okay. Okay. Reggie, you're responsible for that one for that prediction. Reggie says 23-17 Cardinals. I could kind of double that. I could get on board with that. I can.
I'm shaking
Bishop,
my head.
hey man, shake your head. What do you think, Bishop?
I don't care about that game.
Well, let me put you on the spot. Is there a game that you do care about in week 3?
Yeah, the Giants and the Cowboys.
Besides them,
Yeah, besides that.
I
I
care
got
about
one.
I care about the Jets game.
besides that,
I got no. That's okay. I'm gonna let them slide. I got 2 more games I want to go over real quick. The first one is on is it Sunday night? Yes, Sunday night. The 49ers against the Denver Broncos.
mm,
Now, who's going first on this one?
I'm gonna let the gentleman go first.
That's you, Bishop.
Oh, okay. My bad.
Well, listen, he's usually referred to as a heathen, so
I got Denver.
Okay, you got Denver.
Yeah, I
Okay,
got Denver.
you got Denver. All right, no doubt. Uh, I'm gonna take. You know what? I'm gonna get on the. I'm gonna get on the train. I'm gonna get on the Jimmy G train and take the 49ers over Denver.
Really?
Mhm.
Yeah, even in Bronco. Yeah. hmm Even in Bronco land, I'm gonna take the 49ers. Really. hmm
Broncos are 1-1.
Yes, they are. And they're home and they're 1-0 at home. I see that as well. But I think they're gonna end that game 1-1 at home instead. And
Niners are 1-1.
hmm
Trey Lance is hurt, done for the season.
Right,
So they were smart in not trading Jimmy G.
for sure.
Jimmy G was solid in that game.
hmm You also don't you know who else is gonna be solid in that game? This game coming up
Who?
besides Jimmy G, Debo.
He needs to be.
He's going to be. He's going to be because he just got paid too. He's going to show
Right.
improve. He's going to show out week 3, and then he's going to lead this team to a victory over the Denver Broncos. Broncos, watch, just you
Do,
watch.
do you think Russell fits in Denver?
Um,
Or they haven't gelled just yet?
they haven't gelled just yet.
It's gonna take a second. It's gonna
Yeah.
take a second. It's gonna
Yeah.
take a few games, and once they adjust to, it's like when you drive in a fine road
hmm
and you used to drive an economy car, sort of. You need to make the adjustment, and
Right.
I think that he'll make the adjustment. He's too good. He'll make the
Yeah.
adjustment.
Yeah. And as Reggie just pointed out, the 49ers have Wilson's number. And he also adds to the fact that Jimmy G is going to show why they shouldn't have picked Trey over him. I totally I agree with that. Nah, I agree. I agree. It was pointed out last week that they played different under Jimmy G. So watch.
Listen, for me, Jimmy G's not a superstar, but he's a good
No,
player.
he's a
And
good player.
he plays well within that offense.
Exactly. Exactly.
Mhm.
He's familiar with that offense. So again, I think the guy to watch is Debo Samuel is gonna have a big game.
So you don't think Russell Wilson gonna have one of those performances where he
No,
reminds
I,
everybody who he is?
oh he will. Oh he will, but not this week.
Like it was like they put 30 something points on the board,
Yeah, yeah,
and
he will.
everybody's all happy.
No, he
Yeah.
will. Again, not this week. Maybe
Okay.
week 4. Maybe week 4. But week 3, I don't
Well,
think so. I don't think so. And even if he does put up some good numbers, it's not going to, equate to a victory. You know what I'm saying? So we'll see. We'll see. This is going to be fun. This is going to be fun. Week 3 is going to be fun. A lot of fun. I'm telling you right now. Another game. Oh boy, the Packers against Tom Brady and the Bucks. 4:25 game on Fox this Sunday.
Bucks are banged up. Their
Okay.
receiving core is banged up. They just picked up Cole Beasley and put him on their
Practice squad.
yeah.
Ugh.
Another receiver was suspended
Mhm.
from the fracas they had in their last game.
Right. Oh yeah.
Tom,
What's my man's name? Mike Evans.
yeah. Tom Brady is 45.
Yeah. 45.
Aaron has been playing well. The running game in Green Bay has been rock solid.
That's the key.
Defense has been good. I'm gonna
Yeah.
go with I like Tampa Bay, but I'm gonna go with the Packers.
Yeah. Yeah. Mac, I'm gonna agree with you on that. For me, it's even though Aaron's been playing well, for me, it's been the running backs, Aaron Jones, and I forgot the other gentleman's name. Those guys have been doing well. They just showed like last game why they're like a dangerous duo in the backfield together. The offensive line has been solid. The defense has stepped up, shown improved. Definitely. Yo, I'm right there with you. Green Bay. Yeah, and I hate, and you know how much I hate, but you know what? This is weird for me. This is a weird game, and I'm gonna tell you why. I never like betting against Rodgers, and I definitely don't like betting against Brady. So now, what do I do in this situation?
Gotta pick one.
and I'm picking Rodgers in this particular game. You know? Mm-hmm.
You got a cafe?
Not me. I'm by myself. I think that's somebody else that we have on the line. You know?
You got Starbucks?
Well, that's when he used to get his Wi-Fi from before.
Yeah, that's why I asked. That's why I asked.
You know what I'm saying? Oh man. Oh, there it goes again. What about you, Bishop?
I hate Tampa. I hate Brady. So whoever they're playing against, I'm going for them.
Wow.
Green Bay.
Very,
Green Bay. Yeah.
very
Green
observant.
Yeah.
Uh-oh. Well, oh man, I hope they're all right over there. So with that being said, I think I'm going to end this unless we
I
have
hope you're not at work.
Oh,
No. I'm not Ime Udoka.
I'm just saying. I hope you're not at work.
I'm not Ime Udoka.
We just
Listen.
had all these conversations. And then,
Exactly. All right,
Yeah.
let me get ready to end this stuff, man. Guys, I want to thank you for having me aboard, of course, on In the Paint. And, of course, Max 611, peace out to you. My man, the Bishop, all praise due. Let's shout out some people in the chat. My man, my big brother, Hollop, even though I'm older than him. Reggie, thanks for being there with your commentary. Of course, who else do we get out there? Let me see. Some Facebook users. I don't know who that was, but thank you for joining us, and I want to say peace and listen, stay safe out there, and we'll catch you next time on In the Paint.
Peace.
Peace.